Hello everyone, this is Chimere Valentine, and on my data journey I've come to analyze the data on the Russian war, the Russian ongoing war, using data from 45 days of war, 149,290 property losses. Why so much? The general view is that Russia have been really dealing with Ukraine, but from this data, I think it's obvious that Russia is actually losing so much. Russia is losing so much in terms of personnel and war properties. Russia already have about 16,000 prisoners of war and 612,000 personnel losses. That is why it's so much. This is part of the story that most of the media outlets don't really project to us. The losses are from Russia. On average, we are looking at the question of the total losses, whether they are increasing or decreasing daily. We look at this particular data set and we see the total losses. You see the trend, it's actually on an upward trend. The total losses both for the properties, the personnel losses, and even for the property losses, both of them are on an upward trend. We really hope this war ends as soon as possible, because it looks like Russia is actually losing more than the media make it look like they're gaining. Russia is actually losing so much, and it does, from the trend we are seeing, it doesn't appear to be on the path to end anytime soon. Which week of the war had the highest surge in losses? Alright, we now have to look up the increase in losses per week. And from here we see, as expected, the first week, that week 10, the war started in week 9 of 2021, and then we look at the week 10, you see how it just surged up. As expected, the first week would always have a very high increase in losses, but then you notice other weeks too, especially week 12 and week 13, having very reasonable increases in losses. Okay, in terms of the prisoners of war, we also notice that week 10 having the maximum in terms of prisoners of war, and even maximum in terms of personnel deaths. So the first week, it's as if Russia was actually well prepared for this war. It was as if it was as if Ukraine was actually well prepared for this, as if they saw it coming, and that is why Russia encountered more opposition on that first week than they ever anticipated, and I believe that is why they had this number of great losses in the first week. The last question we'll be looking at says, focusing on properties, which property was lost mostly per week? We notice in terms of properties, look at the details of the properties. We see APC being the property that was lost the most in the week. And when we talk of APC, we are talking of armored personnel carrier. You notice they are the highest. They are the ones that Russia lost the most, followed by the rest, which is the tank. Now you notice both the tank and the APC, you notice both of them are all land weapons used on land. So it looks like Ukraine prepared very well for land invasion. They were actually more prepared for land, and that is why they were able to catch Russia on their land assaults, and they were able to neutralize them and even kill more Russians than anyone could ever imagine. With this, I come to the end of today's analysis. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've gained a new insight into the war going on between Russia and Ukraine. If you have any suggestions on how I can improve this, please feel free to drop a comment. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Have enjoyed the rest of your day. Thank you.